Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. It is going to be my September recap / October update for my makeup rehab series. So I'm going to be recapping with you all of the things that I purchased in September, as well as all of my makeup empties, any PR that I brought in, any palettes. We're going to chat through it all in today's video. If you are new to my makeup rehab series, I'll link this year's playlist down below. I highly recommend checking out my introduction because I explain more of like how many different rules I'm doing in this specific makeup rehab this year. Although I will say I've tweaked things here and there throughout the year. But if you are interested in hearing about all of the purchases that I made in September and finding out where my beauty bank lies as we head into the last 3 months of the year, the oh my gosh, the Sephora VIB sale is on the horizon. It's all coming. It's all coming. I'm nervous about it. But if you're interested in seeing my update, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. All right, you guys, I'm going to start out by recapping my rules as I always do. So I started this year with some underlying, with 5 rules that I want to follow for the entire year. I added 1 rule to that, and then I was doing quarterly rules as well. Last quarter, I tried to do no rules at all just to kind of see how things went. And I'm going to do just a couple of rules, a couple of quarterly rules to bring us into the end of the year. But let's start with the yearly rules. So my beauty bank starts at 20, and for every makeup purchase that I make or every PR product that I bring into my collection, my beauty bank decreases by 1 product. And for every makeup empty that I finish off, my beauty bank increases by 1 product. Goal here would be that my makeup collection would only grow by 20 makeup products or less this year. And my only caveat to that is that eyeshadow palettes don't count. I do so much palette content on my channel, and eyeshadow palettes are just like my thing. They're the thing that brings me the most joy and the most happiness when doing my makeup. Or I feel like creating eyeshadow looks is like an artistic thing to me, whereas like the rest of my makeup, I enjoy just reviewing products. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I'm just explaining to you why eyeshadow palettes don't count. So rule number 2, I already kind of mentioned, PR counts against my beauty bank. I have not done that in years past, but I really did want to do that this year because obviously if I'm bringing PR into my collection, it's making my makeup collection grow. Third rule is that I wanted to be on a year-long mascara no buy, unless it was like free gift with purchase that I could bring mascaras in that way. Eyeshadow primer no buy, with the exception of replacing my glitter glue, which I did. And then a 1 month no buy each quarter. So for quarter 3, my 1 month no buy month was August. I'm like, ooh, it might be really tough this last 3 months of the year to be successful in that, and I'll get into why in just a moment. But I did add that I wanted to be on a primer no buy. I added that about halfway through the year because I didn't feel like my primer collection was like a problem, but then I brought like 4 primers in at one time and I was like, ooh, we need to get it together in the primer category. So those are my year-long rules. There goes my fan coming on and just being noisy. As far as my quarterly rules go, I thought about saying that I just wanted to make 1 more purchase the rest of the year, and that was going to be during the Sephora VIB sale. But I am going on a trip in December, and I plan to do some makeup shopping during that trip. I feel like there's no denying some makeup will be purchased on that trip. So I'm like kind of torn as to what I want to do for my quarterly rules, aside from trying to figure out where my month-long no buy is going to be, because I'm like, am I going to purchase anything during Black Friday sales? I don't know. Maybe we just like see what happens the last 3 months of the year, as well as we did like the last 3 months prior to this. And my thought around that is I'm trying to think through what I want my makeup rehab series to look like next year. I do still want to do it, but I feel like I've gotten to this place with my makeup collection where like everything is like part of a project and I'm not just like enjoying my makeup. So I'm just trying to like think through what we want to do. Like I want to like still have fun and feel like I can purchase products that I'm really excited to test out and try. So we're gonna see the direction that the Makeup Rehab series goes next year. I do have some ideas, but I think for now I'm gonna have no quarterly rules. No quarterly rules, other than I really do want to try and have at least one more quarterly no buy before the end of the year. If you guys have any suggestions for rules you want to see if I can follow the last three months of the year, leave them in the comments and perhaps I'll add them in to my next update. But that being said, we are going to jump into PR first. I will leave timestamps linked down below in case you're not interested in any of the specific sections. Then we'll jump into the 3 palettes that I brought in this past month. Then we'll get into the makeup purchase I made because I did bring some makeup into my collection this past month. And then we'll get into the empties. I have something in every category. So jumping into PR first, the PR that I received this month, I did get the new Merit Solo Shadow. I have mine in the shade Vachetta, which is just like this brown shade right here. I've only used this one time, so I really don't have much of an opinion on it, but I know I haven't seen like the best reviews on it. I didn't have like a bad experience the first time I used it. I also am not someone who reaches into like potted shadows all that much, so I don't know that like I'm the target audience to even be reviewing this. But it also came with their brush, which is dirty and sitting somewhere on my desk right now. So I got those, and then I was so excited to get these 2 new highlighters from What's Up Beauty. I really like the What's Up Beauty brand. I've been really impressed with their eyeshadow palettes. They have really nice brushes. They have nice nail polishes. The only thing I haven't loved is their mascara because that does transfer on me. But when they emailed saying they were releasing highlighters, I was so excited because let me just show you how pretty these are. And I know these are super reflective. I might have to like insert a clip, but it is, oh my gosh, the imprint is like a cheetah or a leopard, and then there's like basically like a sunset behind it, and you have this like icy champagne right here and a pink up here. So there's a lighter version, which is Wild Acacia. I don't know how to say that. And then there's also Safari Sunset, which is a little bit deeper, so you have more of like a golden highlight and then a little bit deeper pink highlight, again with the beautiful imprint. These are so pretty. I believe they're a baked formula. They are. They've got to be a baked formula, right? I should know these things. They are so smooth on the cheeks. They are pretty intense, but I do, you know, dabble in an intense highlight from time to time. Do I prefer a more subtle highlight? Yes. I'm still in my more subtle highlight era, but I've really enjoyed these. I think they're absolutely beautiful. The packaging is stunning. Like 10 out of 10, I feel like What's Up Beauty knocked it out of the park. So those were the 3 products that I received in PR this past month. And then as mentioned, I did bring 3 palettes into my collection this month. These do not count against my beauty bank, but the Menagerie Killer Purr palette finally came back in stock. And I've been wanting to purchase another palette from Menagerie for quite some time. And this color story was the one that really just spoke to me the most. I wish that I had these blues this summer because I feel like this is just giving me pool vibes. But aside from the blues, the rest kind of give me like grungy safari, like perfect for the fall color story. I'm really excited about the shade Maine because it looks like this really beautiful golden pink shade, which I've just been loving a pink on the eyes. It's a little weird. But I'm very excited to play with the Killer Purr palette. And then obviously, y'all know how much I love Oden's Eye. I wasn't gonna not get the Halloween collection. So I have the Trick or Treat palette, and this is in collaboration with ENG. Let me just say, I thought the palettes looked pretty in the photos, but in person, like the vibrancy of the shadows, like specifically like these greens and this orange, like absolutely incredible and stunning. And I literally cannot wait to play with these. I'm gonna be sad to like wear away the imprints in here, like the skull and bone. Like Oden's Eye always knocks it out of the park with their packaging, but I will say, like, oh my gosh, like I'm literally drooling over the shimmers because I love their metallic shimmer formula. And then here we have the Lil Ghost. Is it Lil Ghost or Little Ghost? Little Ghost. And again, it's like the vibrancy of the shades. Like this pink, even this pink golden shade looks so stunning. These purples I'm literally so excited about. I mean, I love that we have basically Viking colors right up here. Vikings finally won a game. They finally won a game. It was looking a little dicey there for a little bit. They finally won a game. I literally cannot wait to play around with these palettes. Like, and the outer pack, like, it's so good. So good. Highly recommend Oden's. Y'all know I love them literally so much. Okay, so those were all of the palettes and PR that I purchased. Now we are, not that I purchased, well, I did purchase the palettes. But we are gonna get into my makeup purchases, and we will just start with this. This was one of the holiday sets at Sephora, and I was trying to avoid the holiday sets, We know I love a cute makeup bag, and so I was like, I want the makeup bag so bad. But the first couple of sets that released, I was like, I really don't need these. I almost purchased them just for the bag alone, but I was like, I don't need any of these. But then they released this one. I forget what it's called. I should look this up. Okay, the Sparkly Clean Beauty Set. Love the forest green bag, but the products inside, I was like, okay, I can get behind these. I feel like I'm gonna get use out of them. And even though I purchased this as like a singular item, I will count every single makeup item in that bag towards my beauty bank. And I almost forgot to mention, we went into this month with 10 credits in my beauty bank. I was going back through because I think I thought I was at 7, and then I was doing the math and I was like, this just doesn't add up. I actually was at 10 beauty credits at the beginning of this month. So that being said, the products that came in the clean beauty set, we had well, we had the Freck Beauty Cleansing Lactic Toner, which this does not count towards my beauty bank. This is the cactus water, but I just wanted to shout that out because that did come in it. But we did get 5 makeup products that will be counting against my beauty bank that came in this bag. So up first from Caliray, we have their Glazed and Infused Plumping Glassy Lip Trip. And this is in the shade Taco Tuesday, which I freaking love tacos and nachos. They're like some of my favorite things. So I love the Taco Tuesday name. It's a really beautiful, just kind of warm nude shade. I'll be curious to see if this, should I put this on the lips? Let's just do it. We're gonna see if it hurts. Because it is a plumper. Let me tell you, the Patrick Ta one, that hurts. We'll see how this goes. So far I'm not feeling really anything. But I haven't tried anything, I take that back. I have tried the Caliray spray, but I wanted and have been wanting to try more from Caliray, and I love a lip product. Just love, you know, I definitely needed more lip products in my life. I don't have enough. So that's the first product. And then speaking of lip products, it also came with a Merit lipstick. Granted, the shade is not like my everyday go-to shade, but I do have another Merit lipstick, and I actually really like the formula. So this one is in the shade La Avenue. And it is this really beautiful, deeper, like brown shade with like a bit of a red undertone. I actually have put this on my lips and I really did like it. My only concern is this is more of a satin formula. So I get nervous about a shade that's pretty deep on my lips because I'm like, is it gonna end up on my face, on my teeth, things like that. But I do like the shade. I was kind of going back and forth on whether or not I would get use out of this, but I knew I liked the Merit lipstick formula, and it wasn't enough. I wanted the other products enough that it wasn't enough to be like, to deter me and be like, I don't need that. It also came with a full size of the Kosa Air Brow, which I owned a tinted air brow from Kosa's in the past, and it actually was in a purse of mine that ended up getting stolen. So I don't even really remember my thoughts. I don't think I like loved it. I also think maybe I had a really mini size of the Kosa Air Brow. I don't think this is gonna be my favorite brow product, but I think, you know, I'll get use out of it, and I love Kosa as a brand. So that also came in it. Also a mini, then miniature. A mini of the Rose Inc Mascara. You know, you can never have too many mascaras. I am on a mascara no buy, but this doesn't count because it came in a set. And then finally, the product I was most excited about was this one from Saie. This is one of their dewy blushes, and this is in the shade Chili, which I thought would be just such a beautiful shade for this time of year. I don't feel like I have a ton of blush shades that are similar to Chili. which is swatched right here. You can really sheer this formula out, or you can build it up to be more pigmented. I do own a different shade in the Saie Dewy Blush formula, and I really like the formula. I think it's really nice and beautiful because it does add a bit of a glow to the cheeks, which I really am into. And I thought this was the perfect shade for winter. So I did purchase that set. To be honest, if it was in a makeup bag that I didn't think was as cute, I don't know if I would have purchased it. I don't know. But I'm really happy that I have it, and that will be, so this will deduct 5 points from my beauty bank. And then I did purchase an additional 4 products. We had the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I purchased 3 products during that. I have been wanting to try the About Face eye paints for a long time. Everybody raves about them. And even though I know these are not the type of product that I reach for on an everyday basis, like curiosity was killing the cat. Like I've been thinking about these for over a year. And so when they were half off, I was like, it's the perfect time for me to try them if I'm gonna try them. So I did get one of the matte ones, and I got the shade, I think Before the Rain, Smell Before Rain, which is this like cool toned taupey brown shade that I feel like I can get a ton of use out of. There it is, swatched right there. And then I wanted to try one of the like shimmer ones, and so I got the shade Tin Pan Alley, which is just basically like a shimmer champagne. But when I swatched it, I almost feel like there's like a green shift to it. Although I swatched it for my sister, and I was like, do you see like a green hue to this? And she's like, I don't know stuff. But maybe paired over a green eyeshadow, we really could get some green pop there. So I'm really excited about these. I have not yet gotten to testing these yet. Of course I haven't. But that will be an additional 2 products against my beauty bank. And then I knew I was going to do it because Alex has been raving about this blush for a while. She's currently working on it in one of her project pans. And the shade just looks so beautiful on her. This is a shade I've thought about purchasing in the past. By the way, if I didn't say, this is the MAC Glow Play Blush in the shade So Natural. So I love a natural, neutral, bronzy sort of blush shade. One of my favorite blushes ever of all time is Buxom Seychelles, which my only gripe against Buxom Seychelles is sometimes I feel like this is a bit more cool toned, and I'm wanting like a warmer toned nude blush. So here comes So Natural, and I have used this quite a few times already, and I'm absolutely in love. It is so beautiful, so pretty. This is like a blush I literally never want to be without. So I did purchase that. And then the final purchase I made this past month, it's actually already out of the box, but I set the box aside so I could remember it. It's the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I purchased this because I actually finished up my other NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and the only brow product I had left that was like a pencil was the Benefit, the Goof Proof? Yes, the Goof Proof, which is not my favorite for being precise with my brows. So instantly I went and repurchased this. So that means that we have 9 products that will be deducted from my beauty bank. Plus we have the 3 PR products that will be entering my collection. So that is a total of 12 deductions from my beauty bank. So that would take us from 10 to -2, which I have said I never want to have, like, I never want to end the month in the negative. That will be a rule for like my last 3 months of the year, my last quarter. Even with the Sephora VIB sale, I don't want to use that as an excuse to like bring my beauty bank to the negative. So we're -2, but I do have makeup empties that are going to bring us back into the positive. So as mentioned at the introduction, any makeup empty that I have counts as a credit towards my beauty bank. So every empty that I have, I get to earn a product back. So let's start with a random yet exciting one. I have an eyeshadow single. This was something that I depotted, I believe, from an old Purr palette, and it was just like a lid setting shade. It took me so long to finish this up, but literally I finished the whole thing. So I'm counting this as an empty, and because Makeup Geek singles were $6, I'm counting this as $6 towards my empties. I did mention that I finished up my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This retails for $10.99. This will count as an empty, and again, $10.99 value towards what I used up for makeup empties for the year. Another really exciting product that I have as an empty is this one from Urban Decay. It's an eyeliner in the shade Starfire. I literally cannot sharpen this anymore. Like, I literally can't. So this is 2 eyeliner empties that I've had this year. I will say this one was not very big when we were entering the year. It was a really beautiful warm copper shade, and it has just been so pretty to pair with some warm looks. But this is indeed now an empty, and I'm very excited that I finished off 2 eyeliners this year. Like 2 pencil eyeliners, because I feel like that's a difficult task. A not so difficult task, but an empty nonetheless, is this one from Rare Beauty. It is the miniature size or the deluxe size of her Always an Optimist 4-in-1 spray. This was nice, I liked it, but it's not something that I felt like changed my makeup game, and it's not something I'm gonna go out and repurchase. I actually ended up getting this in a favorite set earlier this year, but it was very nice to have an extra spray. I love to mist my face, so that was nice to have. The deluxe size of this, I believe, retails for $14. Yes, 14. And if I did not mention, the Urban Decay eyeliners, I believe, retail for $22. I have 2 lip gloss empties, which I'm so excited about. I am trying to get through as many lip products this year as possible. I have so many lip glosses in my collection, lip balms, but I constantly have product on my lips. And I also have a lot of lip glosses that have been in my collection for a while that I feel like were really close to being finished, but like just weren't finished yet. So I did finish off a mini gloss bomb from Fenty. This is in the shade Baby Brute. I do count these little minis as $9. And then most recently, I finished off the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Daisy Pink. I have taken the stopper out of this, and I literally can't get any more of this out. This was really beautiful for a nice milky pink shade. You guys know I love the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss. I have gone through a full size of the clear, which I would purchase again. I'm interested in the cherry vanilla. Like, I feel like that one would be really pretty. I kind of want to purchase that during the Sephora VIB sale. But I have some other Lawless Forget the Fillers in my collection. It's one of my favorite lip products of all time, but this retails for $25, so I was really excited to have that emptied out. Just to mention too, I did take the stopper out of the gloss bomb as well. And then the final empty I have of the month, I'm so excited about this one because I have another foundation empty, and I feel like I've been working on this foundation for literally ever. It's the Dior Forever foundation. This is one of the oldest foundations in my collection, so it feels so good that this is finally an empty. I don't know if you'll really be able to see inside, but I've scraped everything that I can out of this. I literally can't pump any more out. And this is one of my favorite foundations I've ever used. I've gone through multiple jars of this. I do have the Dior Forever Glow that I repurchased earlier this year. So we'll see how I feel about the new formula of the Glow. I would be interested in purchasing just the regular Forever again as well, because I really like the satin matte finish that this gives. I think it's absolutely beautiful, really long lasting, and just a favorite foundation of all time. But this retails for $55. That being said, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 empties, thank goodness. So my beauty bank will go from -2 back up to 5 credits. The Sephora VIB sale dates have been announced, coming sooner than I thought. And so I am like just trying to like look through my collection to see what I feel like I can empty out to gain a few more credits for the Sephora VIB sale. I will also say though, I'm not like that interested or excited in a lot of products. I say that now, but then I'll start to put my cart together for my Sephora VIB shop with me, and I'll probably end up with like 50 items in my cart. But that is going to wrap it up. That is it. Oh, I forgot to mention, in terms of dollar value, so I have used up 7 makeup products this month. I'm at a total of 82 makeup empties for the year. That was the other thing. I want to challenge myself these next 3 months to use up at least 18 more products. And if I don't reach 100 makeup empties this year, then I want to set out a challenge at the beginning of 2024 that I have to finish up like 10 makeup products before I can make a purchase. I want to do something like that. I don't think I'll have a problem using up 18 more makeup products. I feel like there's like 3 powders in my collection I'm so close to being done with. But if I don't reach 100 makeup empties by the end of the year, there will be consequences for me. but I've used up 82 so far. I used up $140 worth of makeup. That's the dollar value of the Empties that I used up this month. And I'm at $1,200.74 worth of makeup Empties at full price. That's full dollar value. Makeup Empties that I've used up this year. And with that statistic, that is going to wrap it up for today's video for my makeup rehab update, recapping September. I would love to know, were you good in September? Did you make any purchases? Do you have your eyes on anything at Sephora for the sale? Are you gonna purchase anything? Where are y'all at? What are you thinking for your makeup purchasing for the end of the year? Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.